What's the haps? I'm John, aka Meroka, and welcome to Spiel. We are in Silver Pawn Tier 3, which this week happens to be Slimy, which is going to be an appropriate theme given the things that are going down in the world of Spiral Knights this week. First off, I should note that change in circumstances. I mean, I mentioned last week that I had a new job, and I do indeed. That's started now. That's become a thing. I am now doing that, which means two things. Two things are going to be changed by that. One is there ain't no way in heck I can actually do Spiral Spiel recorded on the Wednesday for the Wednesday now, which means these are going to get recorded on Tuesday evenings after I get back from my job. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be any more up to date, given that I'm always record it before any news on the Wednesday, and I'm invariably out of date. See last week, for example. So when there's any news, I was always behind on it, and I had to do a separate video if there's anything noteworthy. This week, I am no longer going to be up to date. I am still going to be no further up to date with things, but at least I am justifiably out of date. At least I can say, well, I do my videos on a Tuesday, so that's a thing. Secondly is because it is a Tuesday evening, and I do have housemates who are home from their jobs, and they are using the internet as well, it would seem. Judging by the way that my connection indicator in the top corner is bouncing up and down like a trampoline. It's not quite as bad. In Haven it was awful, it was damn near unusable, I was just rubber banding all over. Here it seems to be sort of bouncing back and forth between about 2 and 4 bars. So I can play, but I could be a bit expecting weird things to happen. So that's a thing. So yeah, so apologies if my internet is not quite as shiny and powerful. I mean, one thing a lot of people have commented on in the past is like, oh my god, your internet is so good, and I'm like, well, it's average UK, middle of the road. The difference is that for the last 8 months I've had it to myself because I record during the middle of the day when everybody else is out at work, nobody's using it. I've got the entire internet bandwidth to myself, and I can record comfortably. I can no longer do that. Ah! Oh well. We're going to have to make do because there is literally no other option other than quit my job. And I can't quit my job because if you quit your job, you're not allowed to get the free money from the government that you are allowed to get if you get fired. So yes, I have to get fired if I want to go back to doing what I've been doing for the last 8 months. That's a thing. I'm not sure if that's quite the route I want to go down, but we shall see. As it happens with the job situation, it's not as much fun as I'd hoped. It's pretty boring, in fact. It's not great, but that's by the by. Many jobs are pretty poor. You know, my boss keeps ranting on and on about how if I help the company succeed and we do amazing and we sell lots and lots of products, I could earn unlimited amounts of money. His words, literally unlimited, he says. I don't believe him when he says unlimited, but I don't know. Money sounds good, but freedom sounds better. Just saying, I did rather enjoy the whole being able to do whatever the heck I liked for the last 8 months. It was pretty sweet. The downside was, of course, the lack of money, so I am really torn about this job. It's like, on the one hand, money, on the other hand, I gotta waste 40 hours of my life every single week doing stuff I hate. Jobs. Jobs, man. Frickin' jobs. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, less about me. How about you do some Spiral Knights news? Yeah, I'm going to burn to death. Good news, everyone. I burned to death. We have prize boxes. We have 2 different types of prize boxes from 2 different methods. They are really big on their old prize boxes at the moment. For July, we've got an interesting thingamajigger, my doodad, my what's-it. We have titanium lock boxes, which are not purchased. Well, I suppose you could purchase them off the auction house. But for the most part, they will be replacing, for the month of July, the lockboxes that you would traditionally get in the wheels at the end of a level. So where you would normally get an iron lockbox, you'll now get a titanium one. Ooh, hang on, just noticed. Yay, shiny different fire graphics don't lag your computer out. That's cool. So that's pretty good. Anyway, yes. So titanium lockboxes, what do they contain? How are they different? They contain new accessories that have never been before seen. And I'd be lying if I told you I could remember what many of them were. I don't recall any of them being particularly compelling or interesting, and nothing made me go, ooh, I must have that. The only one I can particularly remember is there's like a munitions pack, which is one on, I think, the back, kind of. I guess it must go in the wings slot, and it's just a backpack full of what appear to be fireworks. So they're a thing that people who like blowing things up might like. Oh, there is a. Oh, I know. I remember one. There is a vial bandolier. So the vials that we tend to carry around with is, you know, these things. Smashy smash. You get 3 of them strapped to your front, exactly the same way the bomb bandolier looks, but with vials instead of bombs. So yeah, can be tooled up for the job, cosmetically speaking, at the very least, if nothing else. There are slime lockboxes, which, if we head down to the next floor, I timed this one rather poorly. Now I've got to wait for a loading screen. Once the loading screen clears, I will go to Supply Depot and we'll be able to take a look at them. I'm assuming there will be a nice pretty graphic that will show you all the stuff like usual. I'm hoping there is. I haven't checked. I did my research thoroughly ahead of time. Anyway, yes, we have slime things. We already had slime things, so it's kind of a bit weird, but let's go here anyway. Pachase? Slime prize boxes, there we are. Standard price of $4.95, or you can buy them in bulk for a bit of a discount. They look like this, black with blue ribbon, and they give you the stuff that looks like that on the right. So it's not showing any of the actual weapons, which is what's most interesting about. So you've got these Node Slime helmets and Node Slime armor, I forget the exact name, and just type Node into the auction house, you'll bring up almost all of it. The accessories you've got on the head, you've kind of got what looks like a pair of headphones, quite frankly, on almost anything, which is actually kind of cool. I imagine a lot of people are going to want them just for that. I did use a headband on one of my slime helmets at one point, just because I thought, ooh, that looks like a headband. So, yeah. I mean, no, it looks like a headphone. The headband on the slime helmet looked like a headphones. And then you can put communes on it, and it looks like you've got a headset. It was kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, now we've got proper headphones, which is nice. And there are also, in these colours, plus, I think it's, what colours have we got? We've got Toasty, Cool, Dusky, Military, and Divine in all of these. So it comes in 5 different flavours, which is kind of interesting when you consider that there are also weapons and shields. There is, basically, the Sudaruska has been reskinned, and the... whatever the big heavy plate shield is called. I forget what the big heavy plate shield is called. There is a name for the big heavy plate shield, and whatever it is, it's the one that has pure a lot of health and pure normal resistance. That has been reskinned in the slimy fashion as well, and both of those come in the 5 flavors, which is a little unusual because weapons don't usually come in flavors. So yeah, it's unique and interesting in its own right. I really wish I'd brought Acheron, because this, I'm not liking this Obsidian Edge. I'm bringing it out of, I feel like, obligation at this point. I spent so long getting the bloody thing. I'm like, I must use it. It just does not stack up against Acheron. It really doesn't. Acheron just melts face, and this is just not really up to scratch. So yeah, I may have to go back to Acheron. It's also not heated up on Acheron is, which might make a difference, but there you go. Anyway, yes, so if you are looking or are in the market for a Sudaruska of any kind, well, there's a shiny different variant. I will say the sword, the Sudaruska reskin sword, does look a lot, and I want one for this reason, it looks a lot like a Transistor from, well, the game of the same name. If you have played it. I have not actually played it. I never got around to buying it because I was a poor man at the time. I now have a job, so I might be, you know, in the market for actually purchasing that dang thing now. But yeah, that sword, yeah, it looks almost exactly like Transistor, which is pretty cool in its own right. And another one of those things that I think people are just going to pick it up just for the looks, just because that's pretty badass. So there's that, and the shield just looks like a big slab of jelly. So if you want things that look like big slabs of jelly, this is your promo. This is the promo you have been waiting for. It's a big slab of jelly promo. So, go forth and purchase big slabs of jelly. I have a feeling, just by the nature of the promos, the fact there's usually quite a few of them on the market, and prices do tend to drop a bit by the end of it. And it's going to run for another week. This promo is running through to July 15th, next Tuesday. The prices may go down a bit there by then, and by the end of another week, I feel like it might be quite possibly one of the cheapest 5-star weapons on the auction house, if you're in the market for just straight up buying a 5-star weapon. It may already be, I don't know, I've not really done any thorough research, I'm just speculating. Hello, Sparks of Life! It's been a while since I've seen one of those. Those haven't been dropping very frequently for me lately. Fortunately, I have not been spending them either, but there's the breaks. Okay, cool. Right, give me that. Give me a peel. Grabbing peels. So, yeah, those are the 2 new promos. We've got titanium lockboxes to encourage you to buy keys, because I guess people had mostly stopped doing that, I guess. Those were a thing for the longest time. I don't know whether the titanium ones have replaced the mirrored ones. I would suggest not, but the mirrored ones are rare as hen's teeth anyway, and I suspect it's not going to make a grand amount of difference even if it did. But yeah, if you're wanting something a bit different to spend all your silver keys on, to buy more energy and spend them on keys to make money for 3 rings in a slightly different fashion to how they normally do it, then yeah, that's the thing you can do. So another thing that seems to be an issue with me doing this on a Tuesday evening is that when I recorded on a Wednesday afternoon, nobody else was online, and I didn't get quite as many people pestering me to join my group every bloody time. And no, this is a solo affair, so I still haven't found why people want to join me anyway. I am and always have been a solo player. It's how I roll. I don't do the whole socializing and hanging out with people thing. I just like to cut up slimes. I'm pretty sure that's why I'm still here. It's because cutting up slimes is fun. So yeah. I wish to be left alone. I am a loner. I'm a lone wolf, renegade, loose cannon, or something. I don't know. At any rate. So yeah. There may be a lot more people popping up the pink text in chat in my Spiral Spiels than there have been historically, or for the last 8 months or so. So yeah, oh well. As I say, I'm afraid there's very, very little I can do about that. There's literally no other way around it. I suppose. Well, no. I'm speculating and trying to figure out how. I suppose literally the only way I could do it would be to record them on like a Sunday, so a Saturday or a Sunday or something, Saturday or Sunday morning, to try and then upload it. You know, you just prepare it well ahead of time and then upload it for the Wednesday. But that means I'm behind on the news and I will not be up to date. So the latest cutting edge developments on the world and things, because I am so cutting edge. You know, I like to be abreast of things in my videos. I am not really. I'm not in the slightest. Alright, yeah, let's do some questions. Not that I prepared a whole great many of them, but because, again, I've kind of been at work all day and I've come home and I wanted my dinner and now I'm like, oh, yeah, that video thing I'm supposed to be doing. That's a thing. So, yeah, maybe these episodes are going to be a little bit more impromptu than they had previously. A little bit more improvisation, if you will. It's not how I want to do it, it's how circumstances forced my hand, I'm afraid. So, one question from the man who would not be named last week. I will now name him. Or indeed, lady, I don't know. I am terrible in the habit of assuming that people are male on the internet. It's old, well-ingrained habit, and I really need to get out of it. It may indeed be a dudette as well as a dude. Who knows? It is Red Angry Bird. Red Angry Bird is the person. Hi, Red Angry Bird. Now you get your shout out, Red Angry Bird. Red Angry Bird asks, how long did it take to get Pixel to level 100, and do you think getting ultimate skills is worth it? How long did it take me to get Pixel? Oh my word. About 8 months, I think, is what it came to in the end. When I you know, stopped the stopwatch at level 100, because I'd been timing it, obviously. Yeah, for me, plugging away at my own pace, crafting food when I could, heating things up, quite a lot just by heat, but yeah, just crafting, just grabbing crystals, crafting stuff when I could, and making it happen. And indeed, a lot of generous donations. People like Skyside threw a lot my way, so I probably went faster than I would have done otherwise, just because people threw food my way occasionally. So there was that as well. Had I been on my own, yeah, it might say taken a good 9 or 10 months. I don't know. At the same time, I'm aware there are lots of people who manage the whole bloody process in weeks. Not months, weeks, I think. I'm not even sure. There may have been people who did it in a few days. They just, like, threw money at the auction house and other people and traded for whatever food they needed and materials to make more foods, like a crazy person, and got all the stuff they need to get to level 100 in days, weeks, if not days, if not weeks, or whichever way around that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not thinking clearly. At any rate, yeah, I didn't do that. I'm aware you can get up quickly if you throw... It is mostly just throwing money at the problem. You couldn't really do it quickly through the standard method. Even with grinding like a crazy person, it would just take too long. No. The only quick method is throwing money at the problem, unfortunately, as is the way in Spiral Knights most of the time, actually. Because it's free-to-play, and that's how free-to-play games do tend to work. What are we fighting here? We are fighting undead and gelays, probably mostly undead. I will take that to fight the undead, and for the love of God, I am sick of this obsidian edge. I never want to use an obsidian edge again. That was a good promo, guys! I really enjoyed spending ages grinding all those sigils in order to do that. Right. Let's just use the old reliables, you know. These two are all I need. Well, they're not actually, no. I need my Barbara's Thorn Blade. These two and Barbara's Thorn Blade are all I need. I will never need any other weapon ever again. Until the Gunner update rolls around, and then I may need those. That is also not true. I make broad sweeping statements like that, and they're not true. I rely heavily on my Blitz Needle as well at times. That is a nice little weapon. It's also OP as heck, but yeah. That's also a recurring theme for me. Use all the weapons that are OP as heck. So, the other part of the question was ultimate abilities. Are they worth it? I don't know. I really don't. I don't use my Sprite enough to go, oh yes, that makes a dramatic difference. That was so amazing. The only time I even notice a difference is when occasionally I do a heart attack on a bunch of enemies and one of them drops an orb, a defense orb that they wouldn't otherwise have done. That's literally the only time I notice that having any effect. I've got this, but they're gonna... No, they're gonna walk through it. See, that's supposed to be extra damage to undead, but I can't even hit the bloody things. So, that's a waste of an ability. My shield, it is supposed to let me charge up my weapons faster, so if I use it, but most of the time, if you're going to use it, it's very rare you're going to use it as in a tactical sort of charge. I need to charge up my weapons faster situation. It's invariably, uh-oh, things are going tits up, or I'm feeling lazy and I want to walk across some spikes kind of situation. That's really about the shape of it. Anyway, let's do a heart attack here while we're talking about Sprite, and get killed, of course. He dropped a bloody heart and a defense orb, of course he did. So, yeah. I'm a bit out of practice this week, I think. I mean, I don't think I've played at all this week, to be quite honest with you. Between promos, I do tend to get a bit... Yeah. I've done this all before, so yeah, it's kind of... I really need them to actually add new proper content to this game. I really do. I've played so much of this that I grow very weary. What? We have a message of the day that says 9th of the 7th, 12 PM PST, long-awaited Gunner update. Spiral Knights news! Gunner updates here, guys! Wait, 9th of the 7th? That's... Today's the 9th, yes? No, it says no, 9th is tomorrow. So tomorrow's the Gunner updates. How... what? I mean, what? How you know? Who leak? What happened? Where? What? Huh? How could he possibly know? I mean, I never get how people leak stuff. They're like, well, for it to leak... Well, okay, I suppose 3 Rings are really bad about putting the files in the game beforehand, but... Again, the actual guns themselves have been in the game for months. What doesn't make sense is that someone at 3 Rings must therefore have accidentally or somehow told, or intentionally told someone that... that this was happening. What? I don't get leaks. Someone within the company must maliciously say, okay, by the way, some guy who's in the public, here's all this top secret, need to know only information that I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but I'm going to tell you anyway, even though it might cost me my job. And I don't get why anybody would do that. That makes no sense. That may even prove to be inaccurate. Lucky Geo may be trolling us all, who knows. But that's an interesting speculatory. I mean, I guess. Timekeeper says, can you provide a link to the evidence? Turl would be grand? What the hell is Turl? I don't know what a Turl is, but yeah, so evidence please. Call me skeptical, but we've been saying this for months, so you know. I suppose by the time this video goes out, this will have been verified. I mean, this will go out as always at 11 PM GMT, or yes, GMT. And well, if there is any update, it will have gone. The update will have gone live about 3 to 5 hours beforehand. But yeah. Could be speculation, could be a leak. Who knows? Who can tell? I say leaks without evidence. It's always curious when people say that as well. It's like, oh, here's this stuff that I am not supposed to know, or nobody's supposed to know, and especially when it's verified true. It's like, well, how did you know? I just want to know how you knew. At the same time, saying how they know is very likely to cost someone their job, but. If he turns around and goes, oh yes, it was I don't know, Coriolis told me, just picking a GM at random. Well, guess who's out of a job now? I can't imagine there's a clause in Coriolis's contract that says, by the way, feel free to tell anybody total top secret trade secrets that you're not supposed to tell anybody. So I understand that. Oh, it's a complete guess. There's no link. There's nothing. There's nothing. Only hope. Oh, I see. Okay, we have hope. We have hope. That's all we have. We have nothing but hope. We have minis attacking us. Good lord, freaking minis. Where could they possibly have come from? This is not a compound. You strange game mechanic. But whatever. I can deal with it. I can deal. It's okay. So I'm kind of, this is that weird bit of the level that has like 2 forking paths, and I don't know why it forks. It forks for like no reason. Oh yes. As I was swinging my sword, I saw my impending demise there. My life flashed before my eyes, and yeah, no, it didn't go well. Okay, so hi cats. Oh, hang on. Tell you what. I have already used my emergency revive, so that's probably not a situation I want to be in, you know, Sonic mode. 1 pip of health left. Probably do not want to go there. Let's go see what's in the magic room. Magic bonus room. That's to be sung to the tune of Spiral Knight's News. Magic bonus room. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I ever really gave an answer on that ultimate abilities question, did I? Personally, for me, just because I don't ever use the bloody things, no. For most people who use their sprite properly and effectively in combat, they may well get some extra use out of it. They are kind of expensive, and of course your sprite, just by leveling up, is going to get more powerful as well. You're going to get more perks and things. So, quite frankly, the ultimate ability also acts as a barrier to leveling up. If you get to level 90 and refuse to level your pet up any further, I suppose there's, I suppose you get to 85 before they start asking you for energy, don't they? Did I say 80 for 95? You get to 90, you get the first catalyst that they give you, and then at 95 they start asking you to buy catalysts. So yes, you could get to 94 before it started saying, oh, by the way, now you need to start giving us energy, and you could stop at 94, but then there are actually 5 perks to get after you reach level 100 as well. So actually you would be missing fully 10 of your sprite's perks. I think that adds up. 10? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think you would be missing 10 of your sprite's perks, which may or may not be a thing you want to do. Because you're going to have to go through, I mean, given that they're random... Oh, crud, something's still alive? Ah! Oh, hang on. Let me explain that one once he's dead. There we go. And you're dead, and you have a pill. Good. Pill is good. I'm probably about done here for the day, but whatever. Okay, let's take a look at the perks. So you go through your perks, and you go... Okay, I've got Healthy Boost 6. That's good. I like my Healthy Boost 6. But I'm a swordsman, and I haven't yet got Quick Strike 2. I mean, I think some of the swords ones were like the last ones I got at like level 100. And, you know, if I wanted them, stopping at 94 would not have afforded me the Quick Strike. So, I mean, these are equivalent of entire UVs, and you kind of do want them from time to time. I mean, most people are probably just going to go with Healthy Boost, but maybe what if the one you got at random that wasn't... Why am I looking at... Why have I only got health... Eh? Why is that Healthy Boost 4 and this is Healthy Boost 6? That doesn't add up. I have Healthy Boost 6, but I only have Healthy Boost 4 equipped. I can't change it here because I'm not a thing either. Well, that makes no sense, but okay, let's ignore what I have equipped because that's weird, but let's just say you get to level 94 and you only have got Healthy Boost 4 or 5, and you really want that 6 because that's the perk you use all the time, like I do. Well, you're going to have to buy that energy to buy that upgrade to actually continue getting your perks in order to get that Healthy Boost in the end. So, the way the random number generator works to assign you perks completely at random, for that is how it works, you may need to keep going regardless, otherwise you're going to end up with a woefully underpowered pet in that regard. So that's the thing. So, I think, yeah, given my lack of planning and my over-rambling today, I think we're going to call it there for now. So, thank you very much for watching. I have been Meroka, this has been Spiel, and if you got any questions, do leave them in the comments below, because that always gives me something to talk about, and I will give you a shout out like I did with Mr. Red Angry Bird today. That would be a thing. If you want to shout out, questions are wonderful, and I will answer them for you. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, consider supporting me on Patreon. The Patreon campaign link will be in the outro in just a hot second. And there's a bunch of extra rewards for people who are happy to support me that way as well. So, once again, thank you for watching. I've been Meroka. This has been Spiel, and I shall see you next time.